The police we sent in the Kenyan north to deal with bandits downed their tools.
It is a very sad day, and it is with a heavy heart that we come before the members of the fourth estate, that we address the country and we address the county on this matter. Personally, I didn't imagine in my life that I will be back in these trenches to address the media in the presidency of William Ruto on banditry. I didn't imagine at all that after the struggle that we went through to deliver the presidency of William Ruto, we will be back in these trenches crying because of the same banditry. We have appeared before you, before the president of this country, and we have explained to him the situation here in the ground. We have explained to Kindiki, but it's with a heavy heart that we are now forced to go back to the streets, to go back to the trenches, and speak on behalf of our people. What is happening is a classic case of sabotage, and we want the president of this country to listen, and those around the president to actually engage him. Your Excellency, you are being sabotaged. There's no operation happening in North Rift. What is happening is PR and a classic case of a coleslaw. No operation. If anybody is reporting any operation, there's no operation at all. And according to our statement, we have confirmed to you that we actually believe that bandits are aware of this coleslaw. We even believe there are elements in the security system who are cooperating with the bandits. There's no way that bandits would be so emboldened more than any other time with attacks that are so coordinated in Samburu, in Baringo, in Elgeyo Marakwet, and in Turkana, when the president of this country assigned an operation order. When KDF support has been cassetted, and bandits are just walking idly, bandits are all over. We are crying here like now you've seen. We have injured people, we have people killed, and more killings are going on. So this is a classic case of sabotage. And we believe that there's a scheme to sabotage the presidency of William Ruto and paint William Ruto as incompetent, paint this government as incompetent, and in the process, set up the communities in the North Rift against the president. We are increasingly being pushed to begin to engage the president. And that is the intention of the saboteurs. And that is why in our statement, and we are beginning this engagement properly, we will not be silent when our people are being killed. We will not be silent when our people are being butchered. We have said, and we want to make this from the presence of the County Assembly of Baringo. We have said that we want the President of the Republic of Kenya to take charge of the operation. Let him come out personally. Kindiki is all over the place, but nothing is moving. Kindiki is clearly being sabotaged. IG has never been to these areas. In fact, by giving police officers autonomy to control their own money, it looks like we shoot ourselves in the foot, because we now have a system that does not listen to the cabinet secretary and engage at all in all this. So we have said we want the president to take charge. We want to plead with you, Your Excellency, calm down and listen to your people and save your people and save this particular area of North Rift and take charge of the operations personally. Take charge of everything that is happening. In fact, if you were to ask me, you need to reflect and get proper advice on exactly what is happening, on exactly the saboteurs that are doing this. Maybe you may need to do a reshuffle all the way from downwards, all the downwards operation commanders that are there and all that, and have a system that will actually respect what you are doing. Otherwise, it will not make sense that because we are else, that a president of a country can give a command ahead of state and nothing is going on. that the reports we are given is that KDF was injured, or a chief was killed in Samburu.
I want to tell the Baringo leaders, William Ruto has projected himself and is a man to be believed to be hands-on every ministry. If he's not close to the PS, he's close to Waziri in all those ministries. And the understanding that William Ruto is being sabotaged is actually a scapegoat. And if things are not working, he knows why. Dozens are hospitalized, injured, while bandits are roaming freely in the Kenyan north. This is despite your Waziri, Duale, and Kindiki feeding the nation with comfort messages on how peace has been restored in the Kenyan north. But then, police have reaching to the opposition side and the media to address their plight. But then, who is going to listen? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bold Analysis. And I want us to get this keenly. And before that, it's at this point I need to remind you about our October project. 2 days to the end. We are doing appeal to support Kijana Edwin Mwenda report to school on Friday in Kirinyaga University to pursue a course in engineering and with computing, bachelor's. So we're doing 100 shillings challenge for us here to help achieve this. Thank you very much for those who are reacting and those who are participating in this. Ladies and gentlemen, Ledamo Lekina has shared a tweet. And of course, I picked this with the other media statements that have come. Ledamo Lekina shared this tweet. For the last 2 weeks, I have received a minimum of 30 messages from police officers expressing their ordeal of languish in poverty. Others stop me on the road to explain their challenges, especially assessing their comprehensive medical covers. Yet today we are here celebrating the UN Security Council resolution to send our men and women in uniform to Haiti for a security mission. If we can't even get their health insurance right, are we really going to get anything else right for them? We need to dust our floor first before offering to vacuum other people's floor. There is a problem. And I want to demonstrate to you that we have a sick nation. Look at the video here.
No. We go with it on air. Let's show Nani, the governor, what is this? Excuse me.
This is a video of county askaris really, they beat a lady, some business lady in Nairobi CBD. It was captured live. These were the people that were sent to go and collect taxes, sent to collect taxes on behalf of Sakaja. Look at that moral decay. That is a woman on the floor. While we say we have a country here. Anthony Mushiri, the chairperson of the Public Service Commission, confirmed the distress, saying that it has not been so easy for civil servants.
Outstanding constitution matters. The cost of living. The rising cost of living has continuously impacted negatively on public officers, which has resulted in a low morale, poor performance and poor social welfare of officers, some of whom are undergoing depression for, amongst other reasons, the inability to meet their financial obligations as and when they fall due. Data held by the State Department for Public Service shows that 12,532 public officers sought psychosocial support in the financial year 2022-23 as compared to 6,616 in the financial year 2018-19, representing an increase of 84%. Inability of public officers to maintain the one-third of net salary requirements, thereby causing pecuniary embarrassment to the officers.
Now, we have a second. Police have been, immediately there was that 1% increase. I think there was an increment of 1,000, between 1,000 and 9,000 shillings in their salary. They went to media corridors, the mainstream, trying to find those stories getting to the newspaper. You know, they cannot appear in the TV, the newspaper, and so their stories to be amplified. As we speak, there are quite a number that are also reaching out to the opposition side to make sure that their voices are heard. And I don't know what has been the problem about this medical cover. And sometimes there is normally a picture, you know, there's normally a picture created that when people are protesting, the police are project that service as a service that is just very comfortable. And that's why even if sometimes they regret it, sometimes very difficult to sympathize with the police. But if you understand, it is above board. The reason why, I want to tell Baringo, the reason why the police have downed their tools are just three. And it's thriving because of this. This is the political interpretation why it's thriving. There is an unholy alliance between the police and the bandits. And that unholy alliance is thriving in the convergence of interest. And the interest is here survival for the fittest. Everyone wants to survive. If you are getting a very little pay, your insurance is not well guaranteed, and the salary is being chopped every now and then that means you don't have disposable income. The other day there is a data that was released by PSC that the civil servants are taking more than half of their salary. They are going home less than a third of their salaries, because part of it goes to loan and then the other deductions. So civil servants are going home less than a third of their salaries. So that union is what those other Baringo team are saying, but they can't be helped because it thrived in convergence of interest. Kenyans, or rather the police, will have to bear the brunt of political patronage. Really. The service has been deep involved in the leaning political actions. Where if you're sent, you hit people of a specific region simply because they are protesting against the government. So some of these things come out. I do believe that President Ruto must design a contingency plan in the short term. The long-term plan of fixing the economy that will take 2 to 3 years, as much as it's been explained as the future that Kenyans are waiting for, but it's becoming evident that Kenyans might not have to wait for that long because things are bad. Thank you.